All right, woman falsely accuses Duke lacrosse team back in 2006 of R word, and then comes out years later saying that she falsely accused them. So let's check this out. It's gonna be crazy. It's on CNN. But yeah, let's check this out. Let's see. Let's see. The hell? Yo, why is this thing tripping? Hold up. Sorry about that, yo. This thing's tripping for some crazy ass reason. Let me put this on full screen. Turn it down a bit. Oof. So she was a stripper? Like, can you just call her a stripper? Or is that politically incorrect? Why are they gonna pay a girl to go dance if she's a dancer? No, she's a stripper. Call her a stripper. We'll call her what she is. Don't drop your balls. I know it's CNN, but call her a stripper. What the fuck? Who does this guy look like? This is crazy. Who does this guy look like? Hold on, let me let me look for this dude. He looks like somebody. Hold up. I'm gonna look exact. Don't worry, I got you right now. Hold up. Who does this guy look like? Who is he? Who is he? Ain't he here somewhere? Let's see. This motherfucker right here. I'm sorry. I know this is supposed to be a serious moment, but hot damn, this dude looks just like this motherfucker right here. The dude that was out here assaulting women on the fucking show, 13 Reasons Why. Do y'all know who he looks just like this motherfucker, dog? This is crazy. Hold up. I'm about to show you exactly what. This dude looks just like old boy from 13 Reasons Why, dog. This shit is crazy. He looks just like him, dog. Shit. What the fuck? Alright, I don't know. Shit. I don't know. Tell me what y'all think. Don't he look like that motherfucker? From 13 Reasons Why? Like, yo. Alright. Let me stop fucking around. But still, that nigga looks just like he looks just like him. All right.
But after much back and forth and the city's DA stepping down from the case, North Carolina's Attorney General later dismissed the charges, citing a lack of evidence. But now,
that's still
going on the
up,
record
though.
on a podcast.
My bad. I know I'm joking around because I'm in a giddy mood. But overall, that's still fucked up. Like, when you lie on somebody and falsely accuse, like, can she get some prison time or something? Like, that shit should not be allowed. Like, she should not be roaming the streets with that fucking type of attitude or something. Like, what the fuck? Like, you gotta be mentally ill to do some crazy shit like this. Throw that hoe away. Throw her the fuck away. Cause what the fuck? Like, you're not gonna get away. You know, you're not gonna live the rest of your life after you accuse me of this type of shit. Let's see, man, because this shit is already pissing me off. Let's go.
Nearly 20 years later, Crystal Mangum says she was lying the whole time.
I testified falsely against them by saying that they raped me when they didn't. And that was wrong. And I betrayed the trust of a lot of other people who believed in me.
No, I just turned the fucking volume down. Why the fuck you won't stop the video? Keep going, motherfucker, so I can skip it.
And made up a story that wasn't true because I wanted validation from people and not from God. And that was wrong when God already loved me for who I was.
Don't bring God into this, bitch. You literally did these guys go to jail or something, or did they? I hope they didn't go to fucking jail or prison, dog. Like, what the fuck, man? I hope you burn for that bitch. I ain't gonna lie. I don't wish the downfall on nobody. But yeah. And did they fucking check her body or something? Did they do an analysis on her body to see if there's at least some type of abnormalities or whatever the fuck you call it? Like, they didn't check or nothing. They just went along with her fucking story. That is crazy.
Regardless,
don't bring God into this, man.
I didn't need to seek validation from him because I already had validation from him.
Now you found God, bitch. Now you found God.
And I hurt my brothers. And I hope that they can forgive me. And I want them to know that I love them.
Nah, baby, that's too late for that.
And they didn't deserve that. And I hope they can forgive me. And that I hope that they can heal and trust God and know that God loves them.
Lying bitch.
And
lying motherfucker. I can't stand motherfuckers.
God is loving them through me, letting them know that they're valuable and that they didn't deserve that.
Joining me now is CNN's Gene Casares, who reported heavily on this case. Gene, give us a sense of how impactful and controversial these accusations and the result.
Prison, dog. Throw that bitch away, dog. What the fuck? You accuse these guys? They had nothing to do with this shit, bro. Motherfucker. Throw her ass in fucking prison, dog.
Were at that time. I remember. You remember this story all too well. I mean, this was literally a firestorm of a story back in 2006. The entire country was watching it. And to hear this.
Yeah. When was 2006? 18 years ago? I'm over here like, I'm thinking this is like 10 years ago, 5 years ago. This is fucking 18 years ago. It didn't register in my brain until now. So she had these, I don't know if these dudes got locked up. Can someone tell me if they got locked up or something? Cause gosh damn, she had these niggas locked up or on some bullshit. They probably got to register as offenders now and shit like that. Nah, bro.
Admission all these years later, it's just extraordinary.
And 3 young lives were destroyed at that time. It was 2006. It was Durham, North Carolina. I was there. I was covering this. And Crystal Magnum made the accusation that she was raped by David Evans, Cullen Finnerty, and Reed Segelman. And there were charges, very serious sexual assault charges that had terms of imprisonment for the rest of their lives. And in Durham, that's where it started. And everyone took Crystal Magnum's side because she came out with details, very specific, graphic details. And the young men said, we didn't do this. But Duke University did not stand by them either. They were just really silent. But everyone was focused that she was telling the truth. They weren't. Then it went to a national level. And their names became household names.
Time to fucking sue. Sue the fuck out of Duke. Sue Duke. Sue that bitch. Sue all the motherfuckers. And I know you motherfuckers. Like I said, you motherfuckers. I know you should first get your name your name's expunged or taken out of the fucking offenders list, because I'm pretty sure they had to put you on the offenders list. And yeah, bro, it's time to fucking sue motherfuckers. Sue. Go all the way. Shit, pull a Drake. I don't give a fuck. Go all the fucking way. Sue these motherfuckers for everything they're worth. I'd be suing Duke University for not doing the proper investigation. On the real. My bad, I heard something in the back. It's raining like crazy today. It's cold and rainy today, so yeah, it's a bad day right now. But yeah, it's time to sue these motherfuckers. It is time to fucking sue. What the fuck?
And they were taken into court on these very serious charges. And they were in college. They were at Duke University. Furthermore, the lacrosse team, their entire season was canceled. The coach was fired. So there were ramifications from it. Now, 1 year later, the attorney general exonerated them of innocence. But there's so much more to the story. I was in the courtroom, and Mike Nifong, the district attorney of Durham, was charged with criminal contempt and then also for disbarment of his bar license. And it came out what the truth was. One of the defense teams had a young attorney, just got out of law school, and he would stay up at night reading the thousands of pages of DNA evidence. And he found something in one of those thousands of pages that confirmed that their DNA was not a part of DNA that they had collected from her.
I hope they find God for what I did. Yeah. What the fuck? No, bitch. It's time for you to go down. Sue that motherfucker for everything she's worth. Fuck.
And that DNA evidence is actually one of the major factors that they were exonerated. And that came out during Mike Nifong's trial. He was convicted, by the way, the district attorney who had stood by her and had done many interviews about how she was raped so viciously. And then they reclaimed their lives. But right there, I believe that's David Evans right there. He said that he, at the time, because he was in the courtroom during Mike Nifong's trial, he wanted to become an attorney because he wanted to help others who were wrongful.
Man, bro. Man, dog. Man, that shit's crazy, man. It's fucking crazy. Like, this is why I say fuck that bullshit when they say believe all women. No. Because not all women are telling the truth. Like that bullshit right there with the brick lady when she was on that live, she said, believe all women. No, bitch. I'm not believing anything you say until you have proof or some type of concrete evidence that can actually make me, give me the belief or give me something to be on your side. Until then, I'm not on nobody's side or anything until I see proof. And so going to the Jay-Z shit, now it's turning out there's inconsistencies in the accuser's story, We're going to look at that in a minute, too, after this. But yeah, supposedly there's some inconsistencies in the accuser's stories, in the accuser's story. And so let's see.
Fully accused. And I don't know if that happened, but that is what he wanted at that time. But they'll always be the 3 Duke lacrosse players, right?
Yeah.
If you say the name
right.
Colin Finnerty, especially if you live in Duke, in Durham, you're going to know who that is.
And Gene, that school's lacrosse program was just smeared. I mean, and I'm sure suffered, and the school just suffered major reputational damage after that. Is there anything that could come as in part of the fallout of this? I mean, could there be some sort of lawsuit? I mean, I suppose there might not be much to sue for here. It doesn't sound like Crystal has a whole lot of assets on her.
Well, she's in prison.
Yeah,
she's in prison right now for murder.
What?
And so
wait, what? She's in fucking prison? Yo, what the fuck? Like, oh, is that why she's saying this shit now? Because she's like trying to get good with God. Like, God, my bad for lying about these men. Oh, you bitch. You know, does she have a life sentence?
That's true. There were several lawsuits at the time, one against Duke, another against Durham, the city of Durham. But now that she has come out on the record saying it, let's see legally what is available, because it has been almost 20 years. Gosh, and I'm sure her resources are very, very sparse at this point. But we have tried to contact the 3 now men involved in this, their attorneys, and a local paper said that there are not comments at this point of their reaction to all of this.
Yeah, so they can't say nothing that's going to mess up their defamation lawsuit. Or defamation lawsuit. When you're about to sue somebody for defamation, you cannot add any extra words to it or anything that can be used against you in court. So yeah, that's smart. Yeah, they're about to sue her ass. But how can they sue her if she's not actually a citizen? Because when you're in prison, like that, it doesn't make sense. She's in prison. I'm telling you, I'm like, what? Exactly, Pop. I'm like, yo, there is no way. She accused these men. Now I know why she's in. Now I know why she's over here confessing, because she's never gonna see the light of day. So she's like, all right, let me get good with God real quick. Oh yeah, those men didn't do that. Yeah, she's trying to get good with God real quick. And you saw how she brought in God and stuff in the video. Man, throw her away, man. I swear. Throw her away. Because my goodness.
Wow. Gene, all right, Gene, stand by. Really appreciate you being on with us this morning. I do want to go to Katerina Di Pasquale. She is the podcaster who interviewed Crystal Mangum when this admission was offered up. Katerina, I understand you're on the phone with us. Tell us a little bit about this interview. How did this come about?
Is she in like a mental facility or something in the prison? That's crazy. So this was a prison jumpsuit. This was a prison suit. That actually looks comfortable for a prison suit. She's in prison for murder? That is crazy. This story gets wilder and wilder.
So I'm a New Yorker who lives in Durham, North Carolina. I started my show, Let's Talk with Cat.com, and I was looking for an interesting interview. In my circle, people have talked about Crystal, and there was so much mystery around it for me, because it seemed like some people viewed her as a pariah and some people still viewed her as a victim. So I just thought, I want to find out for myself who this person is, and I wanted to see the reasonings behind decision making.
I guess that wasn't karma, but gosh, man.
That's where I was heading.
You gotta be careful.
But Kat, I mean, tell me about this admission. I mean, she just blurted it out. Did you have to press her? How did that go down?
So my intentions were had nothing to do with getting any confessions out of Crystal. I contacted her via our online platform, and I asked her if I could interview her. And the protocol of this prison was that she needs to mail me a letter and confirm if she's down for the interview. She did. She mailed me a letter, and in the letter, she said that she would like to give me an interview, but also she would like to apologize to Duke lacrosse players.
And so she just says,
it was surprising.
Yeah, and she just says she made it up. It was a false accusation.
There you go. Now
Did she say why?
You're talking
but I won the
like something happened.
Yeah,
this dude over here is being
if
soft.
you watch the full interview, they're like about.
Tell her how it is, Brody. She's a lying ass bitch. Say it. I'm with you. Just say how it is, man. I hate when people beat around the bush. No, she's a lying ass bitch. Gosh, damn,
before she confesses, because I thought about it, and my platform is about finding out reasoning behind decision making, and so I attempted to look to see who Crystal was on a human level, and understand why she made the decision that she made. So
it's really extraordinary. Well, Katerina, thank you so much for sharing this with us. It is.
All right. But yeah, this is man, bro. Be careful who the fuck you around, bro. You never know what kind of motherfucker it is. By the way, if y'all wondering who I'm talking to my cat right here. So I'm looking around talking to somebody and you don't see nobody, that's who I'm talking to. All right, but man, you lying motherfucker, bro. I can't stand it. And so those dudes' lives were probably destroyed, man. They got to register as offenders. They can't get a job nowhere. Man, those boys had a bright future ahead of them, and they got destroyed, man. And I feel bad for their parents, too. Their parents had to probably go through a lot of psychological stuff because you don't know if it's true or not. You don't know if your son's out here doing what they're saying he did. It must have been tragic. Like that whole situation, I'm suing. And the reason why she confessed, because they know you can't sue somebody in prison. She's probably going to be there for the rest of her life. I don't know her story of that whole situation. But dog, what the fuck? Let's see. My goodness, dog. All right, so I'm gonna look. But yeah, motherfuckers be lying. That's why when people come out with all these stories,